Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurwahida binti Hafsah Islam. My matric number is B0620100045. My dataset is customer order. For the introduction, a customer order is a system that implements in business to overcome the order that they are facing. When customer make orders, all details are recorded in file, which is stored and in special cabinet, and calculation stock will be done automatically. For the entity relationship diagram, a customer can place 0 or many orders. An order can be placed by only one customer. A order has only one store. A store has 0 or many orders. Third is an order consists of 0 or many order items. An order item consists of only one order. A list of order items with only one product. A product has 0 or many order items. There are 10 SQL queries. First is join, where the statement is retrieve all information along order ID and store ID. S stands for orders and P stands for order items. The SQL is select order date time, order status, and order ID. P is for quantity. From the orders, S order date times P, whereas order ID, P is order ID. The result shows order date time, order status, store ID, and quantity. From the result, only two that cancel their orders. For the join to, the statement is display all the orders with the order item and product information. The join is between the order and the product, orders item and the product. The SQL is select order ID, line ID item, product ID, unit price, and quantity from the order items, and product ID, product name, and unit price from the products, which is from order items, and join from the products. On product ID equal to order items product ID. The result is showing up the order ID, line ID item, product ID, unit price, quantity, product ID, product name, and unit price. For the left join one, the statement lists the customer name that made please order through online with their status and order date time. The SQL is select P is customer, full name, P is orders, which is order status and order date time. This is left join with customer and orders. The result will show up the full name, order status, and order date time. For left join to, the statement lists all that are the same along the information about the customer and orders. The left join within customer and orders. For the SQL is select customer, full name, and orders is order ID. From the customer, and the left join is orders on customer ID, on the customer ID. And the result will show up the full name and order ID. For the right join one, the statement is select all the records from the product that matches in the product item. For the SQL, select product name, unit price from the product, and quantity, line item ID from the orders. This is right join from product and order items. Ordered by order item, which is order ID. For the result, they showing up as above. For the subquery 1, the statement is list product with order ID 334. For the SQL, select product name and unit price from products. Where's the product ID in? Subquery, select product ID from product items. Whereas the product ID is 334. The result will showing out the product name and unit price. For the subquery 2, the statement is list product with order quantity greater than 2. For the SQL, select product name from product, whereas product ID in subquery, select product ID from product items where quantity greater than 2. The result show only the product name, which is girl stores, boy socks, human shirts, and girl shorts. For the heading, the statement lists the number of customers with full name more than one. For the SQL, select full name, count, from customer, join order on orders, customer ID, customer is customer ID, group by from full name, and having count greater than 1. And the result will showing out full name and the count that greater than 1. For aggregate function 1, the statement will display the sum of the quantity in order the items table. For the SQL, select sum from the quantity from the orders item. The result shown is the sum of the quantity from the order items, which is the sum is 11,827. Aggregate function 2, the statement get the number of customers with the ID 292. The SQL select count customer ID from the customers where the customer ID is 292 and the customer ID 292 only one. That's all from me from group 14. Thank you.